It's no secret that Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, is one of the most hated social media platforms out there, whether it be Elon's ego running rampant on the site these days, or just the fact that it's generally such a toxic place for online discourse. The only reason why I ever ended up actually making an account on the website was so that I can easily contact Team YouTube from there. Because of some drama that occurred with my account getting locked for a week, which I honestly really don't care about that much anymore since everything's fine. But for some reason, I decided to stick around the website long term afterwards. And the reason why is just because of all the great mutuals I was able to make on the platform. It was awesome to find people with the same interests as me, as well as just being able to have normal, genuine conversations without turning into a toxic mess, which is what this platform's known for. It also acted as a public gateway for me to vent out my frustrations about my abusive relationships with the sports teams I support, but that's besides the point. Now, usually whenever I would post things on Twitter, it wouldn't get that much of an uproar. At most, my posts would get maybe like 3,000 likes, and that's at most. They are very few and far in between, and most of the time, they just end up going nowhere. There was this one time, however, when I made this post about the Find Luigi craze, or, shit post, since that's pretty much what it is, and it ended up garnering about 127,000 likes. And it was probably the most likes I've ever gotten on any post up to that point. But boy, has it been shattered now. So basically, there was this trend that Twitter artists were doing that was called Never Stop Drawing, which shows the artistic progression from a point in the past, like say 2008, to the way it is now. This one specific example being from Taorotana on Twitter. And I don't know why, but it clicked in my head that I needed to do a spoof version of this. So what was I going to do it for? Well, I decided to do it on this one meme that depicts a cartoon versus a cartoon movie, which basically just adds shadows to the characters. And it's hilarious because it's kind of true. Like if you watch the Simpsons movie or the Bob's Burgers movie, that's basically what it is. And with that in mind, I drew it, and thus this poorly drawn version of Peter Griffin with some poorly done shading was born. Cute little joke, huh? I'm sure it's not going to garner any attention whatsoever. Not at all.
Oh my goodness!
It's been like 4 days since I've made the post, and I'm still just completely shell-shocked by the unbelievable response to such a dumb tweet. Like, the drawing of Peter Griffin isn't really good at all. Like, genuinely, it's not that funny. I'm guessing what a lot of people actually got out of it was that they kind of relate to it in the sense that their progression hasn't really gone anywhere when it comes to being able to draw, and that being able to only add shading is about the limit of how far they've gotten. Also, maybe the fact that it was clearly just the same drawing except with shading on the second one was probably something that they found funny. I don't know. But regardless of reason, it was an astronomical hit. It's not like Twitter views or likes mean anything realistically in the real world. But still, like, over 400,000 is kind of ridiculous. I don't think any of my mutuals have even gotten that many. I even did a QRT trying to explain that I was just playing off of that one meme with the cartoon versus the cartoon movie. And even that post itself got over 74,000 likes and was viewed by over 1 million people. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But when things got truly insane was when I received this special comment.
Holy fuck.
And for additional context, the Family Guy Twitter account doesn't usually reply to random posts. It's usually just replying to posts that they made themselves or posts that Fox made. So for the official Family Guy account to comment on something I made is just... what? So I replied to this the only way I knew I naturally could, with this video. I think you get the picture. However, this completely affected my account itself, as I got a lot of unrelated posts that ended up garnering a lot of likes as well. For example, I made this one that was just your average anti-AI tweet, and at the time of recording this video, it has over 100,000 likes. And in general, since the post, I've amassed over 1,000 new followers. So, what's the point I'm trying to make with this video? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. It's that Twitter is stupid! The fact that something like this can garner thousands of likes when actual art that takes a lot of talent and time and effort to make can't even reach a fraction of that kind of popularity, it's honestly just kind of sad. Like, the original post I QRT'd off of got a decent amount of popularity, like it got over 80,000 likes. But that's still very little when compared to mine, and even though it has 11.6 million views, which is more than what I have, I question how many of those views are actually from people that saw the artwork first, or from people that saw my artwork first. So Taorotana, if you're hearing this, and I think the same goes for every single artist in this thread, I apologize for stealing your thunder. You deserve so much better than me for actually knowing how to fucking draw. And at the end of the day, most of the likes I got really don't matter in the grand scheme. Most of the people who liked or viewed it probably forgot about it within the span of 5 minutes. That's just the way Twitter works. But I don't think it can be said for the actual artists who made these posts, because people actually want to appreciate that kind of work. I would still not recommend joining the platform unless you end up finding a group of mutuals that you can connect with like I did. But most of it is still a lot of conservative grifting everywhere you look. So if you want a platform that isn't like that, check out Blue Sky, you'll thank me later. But anyway, that's all for this video. Leave a comment if you use Twitter and if you agree with me that it's a piece of garbage platform. And give this video a like if you want to see more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and peace out. Thank you, Seth MacFarlane. I'll cherish this comment till the day I die. Thank you so much. Oh my god.